Why, hello, greetings, good afternoon, and salutations. How is everybody this afternoon? We are back in Pokemon, ready to try and find out what Vol's after. I think that's his name. Fun story. I completely almost forgot that I was supposed to get on this early, so for a little brief explanation of how my morning usually goes, I usually start setting up for stream about an hour for early. So I start setting up about now, and I had to set up in 15 minutes. So yeah, that was fun. But we're here. We are ready. And we have our Magikarp. He's right over there. Yeah, we're trying to get the Magikarp to as close to level 100 so we can do that solo thing that they were talking about. I don't remember where X is. I think this will be the only one I have to do this with, but not sure. Regardless, we are off. We are into the wild blue yonder. We're gonna hit that first and get that particular story mission done because I'm going to work on the decks for the rest of it. Kind of a flip-flopping back and forth. At least that's my general idea. That Rapidash still hasn't spawned in. I don't know how long it takes alphas to spawn in again. There's so many bats. Not bats, moths. Okay, here he is. Are the bees mad at me? Anyways. Hello, Vol. How are you? Oh, shit. I think we might have this. At least, at the very least, I don't think it has anything that can attack mine. Let me try and stand a little further away so I don't get caught in it. Let's give it what for. Was such an attack necessary? No. Did I feel good about it? Yes. Stone plate. You'd think it'd have like a bug plate since it's a bug type. Maybe there's more guardians than they think there are. They said that there's 3, I mean like 5 of them, but maybe there's more. The other ones just don't have fancy looks to them. The plainclothes officers of Guardian Pokemon. Where'd he go? Oh my word. Ah. Well, it's very interesting, but I really gotta go by. Probably could have fought it actually, but we are on a mission. Gotta go to the ancient place that I forgot the name of. Not an unusual thing for me. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm unusually phlegmy today. My apologies if I sound weird. You know, that fight actually didn't make Magikarp's... Oh, there he is. Didn't make Magikarp's level go up that much. Okay, so you have to go back to Jubilife in order to go back. I was pretty sure that was the case, but I never tested. A tiny little square. And I think, if I remember, Pearl, when I played it, I want to say this is the location of that ancient, those ruins that the city was built on. Yes, I'd like to have a conversation with you. Hi there. Surprisingly enough. Yeah, we'll go with it. Yeah, because it changes the type if it uses those plates, if I'm not mistaken. Excuse me. They've held their mysteries for many a millennia. Do not expect them to reveal them so soon. Let's find out more about these late guardians. I think that's the last one. Okay, just making sure that because there's 3 of them, so. I think we got more legendaries to go on, is what I think is going on here. Oh, we have to capture them. I see. So this is going to be working towards it. Well, I have a good idea. I know what its general look looks like. So we've continued a little bit. I want to go after one of these at least. Let's go. I want to find out what this one is. Let's find out what Pokemon awaits at the Crescent Moon. Oh, hello. Well, that was weird. Let's ride. I guess I could have just flew there. Oh, there's a mission up there. Oh, no, not you. Oh, dang it. Oh, my aim sucks. I hate this mission. Yeah, this has been a comedy of errors. Why the control so bad? I don't really want to, but if I'm going to complete all the side missions, I have to, but... Lower down. Damn it. I'm tempted to just cut out the entire first part of that and go to these other spots because that first part is brutal. I'm calling bullshit on that. Okay, we got closer that time. I kind of feel like the Ultra Ball is a better gift. Hi, Zoe. How are you today? Hopefully having a good afternoon. I'm doing well. I'm being bad at not being able to pop balloons. Although I guess I should say I'm not doing too bad, as I've gotten to 30, and I think I've only been doing this for like 5 minutes. Surprisingly enough, I actually lined myself up pretty good for getting these. Not so good for the getting those. Nice! Yes, I have. Actually, eating is why I was almost late today. Sure. Go ahead. Fire away. I got 34. I thought I was doing terrible, but apparently I was doing slightly better than I thought I was. Gigaton balls. I like the technological markings on it. We're getting better all the time. I guess he did say there were 60, so maybe I'm wasting too much time on these first ones. No! Onyx, watch out! I am not in the market at the moment, as it were. Appreciate the interest, though. No money. Lack of funds. I guess I'm not getting nothing for doing these. I am getting something. It's just not much. I keep getting berries. Well, let me rephrase that. No money, but also just not in the market in general. Effective gliding mechanic. Okay, I sucked at the first part of it, but I'm starting to catch my groove. I shouldn't have spoke to him. I don't even know why I jumped for that last one. I'll consider. Probably won't be for a long while, though. Oh, that's nice. Stardust. I can use that. Like I said, it's not like I'm not getting anything for doing all these runs, but, yeah, I suck at this. It's something that I'm sure I will get eventually, just by matter of dumb luck, probably. I always click just one too far over. I think it was 40 that I needed. I'm hoping it wasn't 41. Damn it, I think I need it. Oh, I got. Oh, thank goodness I don't. Okay then. I think that was pretty good worth, actually. 5 nuggets. Yeah, not gonna happen. Oh, hell no. Oh, it's you again. Cresselia. Let's say for the sake of argument that I do not. I do know what it is, but I'm curious to see what he says. Oh, he's angry. Claim a lunar feather. Scaring the local wildlife, I guess. Ma'am, gonna have to ask you to leave, please. Why is everything green? Well, that wasn't good. It's psychic, so I have to be careful. Fight it! We're in for a fight. Of course it can heal itself. Probably not nearly low enough for that, I don't imagine. Ah, shit. Like it doesn't even rejuvenate your mon. You just gotta hope that you were healing stuff. Maybe it just fell asleep. The other one. Why does it sound like Mew? Now, interesting little factoid about when I grew up playing Pokemon. I usually played with the sound off. So, a lot of these Pokemon sounds I'm hearing for the first time. This would be one of them. I don't remember what Cresselia is originally supposed to sound like. I just remember... I believe you... I was gonna say I believed you needed something to catch it, but then I remembered, no, I think it was just in the game by default. That didn't require as much effort as I thought it would. Dread plate. Why does... Wait, Cresselia's psychic type. Why has it got that? Okay, so we got a brick. Probably pissed off that we caught it. He is incapable of saying anything kind at any point when he's talking to you. Even though I'm sure that I stomped him into the ground when we fought the first time. One of the reasons that I keep kind of like fighting through instead of, want to finish the Pokedex before I go catching those things, is I feel like if I do get all the plates, I feel like it's going to be like an end game of some kind. So I'm more inclined to wait on them. So I think I'm going to do just that. We're going to go ahead, since we did catch one and we did progress the story a little bit more, we are going to go ahead and head back to the first region and complete the dexes there. Well, dex there. Illuminating! We've only got 3 though. You'd think it'd count for more since it's legendary. But what do I know? I like there's 2 options on that list that basically mean the same thing. It's like, continue my expedition. Gotta go. Oh, it didn't immediately start up the next one. Interesting. But yeah, we're going to work on more of the decks. We're still working on Ponyta. I think it's very close. No, we're working on Rapidash now. Oh, wait, never mind. I guess I did evolve it. My bad, my bad. Okay, let's see. What do we need to complete more of the decks? Eevee. Gonna need that too. We can also get Leafy on if we can find another Eevee somewhere. Or do I have one? Sir, I would like to examine the Pokemon, please. Not entirely sure I have 4 of them. I also need to increase sea level of that, but I will do that later. Like I said, we're working on the Magikarp to get it up to a level that we can do the solo challenge. It worked pretty well with our Bastiodon. Okay. I think we're good on that. Now, let's see. Sylveon, we are at level 2. We need to see it use Babel Eyes, Fairy Wind, and Agile moves. I think we will have that finished in no time. I think I have a Stantler, don't I? I don't know how to evolve it into the next evolution. But I figure work on one thing at a time. I think defeating it would probably be the easiest option, so we'll use our Sylveon and go on a little hunting expedition. That is a big balloon. Gotta be careful of the angry party balloon. There should be some up here somewhere. Only time will tell. Oh. Ow! You're not a... Is that just a boss? Zubat? Yeah, it is. You can't see his eyes. Slipped my mind because of the confusion that Zubat is poisonous. Don't worry, I have the perfect cure for that. Blast it from orbit. Yeah, we're basically using all of our little rare candies and stuff on him. Okay, so we gotta be careful of that, because they will run away if they see us. Have to take them by surprise. I don't have baby doll eyes, but I can still do agile moves. Oh, Fairy Wind is one of the moves that I need to use. And so if I keep using those two, I should have it pretty quick. Fight him! Okay, so this one should last a little longer, actually. Not too terribly long, though. It's also working for Stantler, too, so. Although I will say, it is going to take a lot longer for that than it is for the other. I actually get the feeling that I probably will have to use Stantler to finish it out, but I figure this might help it along a little. Considering I do have to evolve it, and I don't know how to evolve it, I will probably switch to Stantler next, while I wait for another Eevee to show up. I am not here. You should not keep looking for me, as I am an enigma of figment of your imagination. You see nothing. I am not here. You still do not see me. Fight it! But yeah, I'm gonna have to find out how to evolve Stantler, because I do have one. I'm just trying to look for it yet. He immediately turned like, what the hell you just say? Fight it! At least we came to blows against one that liked to fight. Also, our Magikarp can still evolve, but we're not going to. And there's still one more. Nice, I got him right when I crested the hill. I can reteach it at that move. I can reteach it that move, or I can just continue fighting with it as normal. But I can tell that I'm only at 10 for it. And I have to raise it 2 more levels. So I think it would be easier to switch to the other, because then I could just do that in one match. I'll say that's a good news about this new system. I can just swap it out whenever. I just got to use it twice, and then I can use whatever. Yeah, I knew that one would miss. And I only saw it use it once. Fight it! Okay. And we're right by this base camp, so I'll just go here. Nice. And we've increased that one to 5. And move things around. Basically, just have all the EVs next to each other. One thing I noticed, though, is this one's a lot stronger than all the other ones. I guess we do have another one. I kind of wish I could move all of them at once. I think that'd make this process a little easier. Up. Alright, we're looking for Stantler now. There he is. There she is, I mean. I think I'm just going to clear this whole page off. Or at the very least, clear it off enough until I get annoyed and I'm like, I'm done with that now. I guess we got this. I have too many things. I need to look into a couple of these before I go do anything with them, so... I kind of got starters on the first page. These ones aren't starters, but they were difficult to get. And then we got that. So, I think that's good for that page. I have too many Pokemon. I think we just about cleared it off. Okay. That's looking better. Now, we need to find out what is required for this to evolve. I'm going to look, but I'm sure it's not going to tell me. I wasn't aware that all it knew was psychic types. The more you know. Okay, so I got our answer. I don't know how anybody was supposed to figure that out, but okay. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to get this thing set up to evolve, and then we will max out its dex entry. Although, I actually think we're going to get there first, so... So, all we got to do is just find things to fight. Makes things nice and simple, doesn't it? Oh, this actually might end up taking a little bit longer than I thought. Because we have to use it agile style, and I don't have that unlocked on this one yet. They don't want it to be too easy. I kind of wish it told you how long you had until it would unlock, so you could use agile style. So I think until we get to that point, I'm going to use every other attack besides it. I am not here. I feel like he knows I'm here, but hasn't initiated an attack yet. Yeah, largely sticking to other moves for now. Slowly scooting his way over towards me. You know what's interesting to me is, unlike a lot of other Pokemon that require pretty high levels and stuff, I feel like I could see this animal naturally evolving, because it's just based on using that attack 20 times. Not this one, the other one. In case you're wondering why we are fighting, like, I mean, using that move instead of the move that will evolve us, is we need to use it in a light style. So I'm using this to boost it. Not a particularly fast prospect, I tell you. Although surprisingly enough, not the only Pokemon that evolves via move. Get him! By the way, in case you're wondering why I chose these ones instead of any other Pokemon to fight against, is because I figure they would try and fight me regardless of if they saw me or not. Got a lot of other ones that they see you and then they run. I think this, now that I think about it, this is the first Pokemon stream I've had since the new Pokemon update, and I'm still hoping they release a Paris that doesn't have the fungus on it. Regional variant or something. Like maybe that fungus doesn't thrive here. I mean in that other location. Sorry, that's always so loud. So in case you're wondering about what that noise is, I freeze a bunch of ice in the shape of spheres. They're pretty big, so put it in there. It kind of works like the marble in a paint can. Does a pretty good job of shaking everything up. But as a consequence, you just have one giant ice cube in there that likes to smash against the cup whenever you are done drinking it. Okay. Still don't think we're there yet. We've increased it to level 7. Still not there yet. Three for the price of one. I defeated one, the other two decided to wake up. Still trying to put him to sleep. Fight it! Fight the dude! Unfortunately, kind of a slow process. I wonder if it's because of where I am. I don't think it's going to unlock until we get to the next level. I just defeated you. Now let's go look for alphas. Oh, there we go. Fight it! And still two unawares. unawares again. But still filled with a mighty rage. It's just a regular one. Standard. Oh. Oh. Excuse me. I just had to destroy him. Out. Hey, Scarl, how are you today? Oh, did it not switch? I hope I said that correctly. We need to bring our Stantler back to life because it needs to level up. Oh, we're close. We got one of two options. Oh, damn. I said, hello. I hope your name is Scarl. I hope I said that correctly. I'm pretty sure I did not. But how are you today? I hope you're having a fantastic afternoon, wherever you happen to be in the world. We are currently fighting our way through the Pokemon world. The ancient Pokemon world, specifically. Maybe not that ancient. But relatively ancient. That is a big guy. Hello, Bidoof. Fight it! We are very slowly running out of moves. Hopefully the move that's mastered is the one that I wanted to do. Okay, we're good. We can start. Okay, so we have to use this move 10 times. I mean, no, 20 times. In agile style. Actually, I have to remember to click it in before I fight. So we are going to have to go back and refill up. This is actually my first time playing it. I bought it a while ago. I just hadn't played it yet. So playing through Pokemon stuff seemed like the perfect time. That's my usual Thursday game to play, is a Pokemon game. If you're in for a nostalgic trip, if you remember the game I was playing before this was Pokemon Mystery Dungeon remade. They made a remake for the original. Different art style, though. By the way, I am mistaken, because I forgot. Regardless of if you use the Agile or the Strong, it uses 2 attacks. Very fun. But yeah, regardless of something I've discovered is regardless of if you use a heavy attack or a light one, you still use 2 attack power. So yeah, that's fun. I mentioned it earlier, but I'll mention it again. If there is a regional variant that I'm really hoping they give us in the next Pokemon game, I am hoping for a mushroomified Paris and whatever it evolves into. Oh, we're out. I haven't played the new game because I just haven't bought it. Well, I mean, Parasect is what it evolves into now, but I figure if it didn't have the mushroom on the back, it would probably evolve into something else. Because the mushroom's a parasite. Basically cordyceps. Be interesting to see what it'd look like if it didn't have the mushroom. Like maybe something about a specific region that mushroom can't live in, so Paris lives a natural life. Rather than playing host to a fungus. But who knows? Although I had heard rumors that maybe Paris was actually Nikita. The one that evolves into Shedinja and Ninjask. or maybe a close relative. They're giving us regional variants of a bunch of other ones. It'd be kind of cool to see that one. Well, it certainly had the look of a crab because it had pincers. So, cordyceps in real life, there's a bunch of different types, but the one that most people think of is the one that affects ants. But they got, so one thing to remember also is each fungal cordyceps is a parasite for a very specific animal. You got some that work on spiders, you got some that work on beetles, you got some that work on ants. So, there could be other types. One of the reasons that I like the concept of regional variants, because it's all like, you got some animals that are different in different regions. Also, something else, I know some people have been complaining that Pokemon don't have the full Pokedex anymore. I believe 6 legs is a defining characteristic of insects. Because, oh shit. Oh, it didn't work anyway. So, if memory serves me correct, I'd have to actually look at a diagram. But I think most crabs might be closer related to spiders, I think. Yep. Well, I mean, back when some of the other games is they had full regions that had all new types. But I kind of okay, so I'll talk one topic and then go back to the other one. So, if I remember correctly, I'd have to look at an actual diagram of it. But if I remember correctly, I believe crabs have 8 legs. Yeah, 8 legs, 4 on each side, because most people forget that the claw is a leg in its own right, just a modified one. Oh, there we go. We've discovered a mass outbreak. And some of them actually have swimming arms. But I think it was... I don't believe so. But I'm not sure. Yeah, I'd have to look up the technical description. Maybe some of them are just because they happen to live underwater is why they don't classify. Because I know, like, lobsters, their claws, I mean, their legs end in claws, usually. Hard to say. I am also not a biologist, so I couldn't tell you. But yeah, I remember a few generations ago, each time they came out with a new game, usually had a new dex. Occasionally you'd have like one or two from previous games, but most of them were all new, and then you'd get the other decks after you beat the game. Although what I will say is, I kind of wish they would do that again, rather than just reusing a bunch of the old ones. Because one thing I notice, it tends to be the same old ones, just back again. I also have nothing against them not adding every Pokemon in the game to any given game, just because, let's say myself, walking outside, I don't expect to see a African elephant outside my house. So it makes sense that you have some Pokemon in some spots, but not all spots. Yeah, at this point in time, it'd probably be unrealistic to have all the Pokemon in one game. I think there's over 1,000 at this point. Not necessarily saying that that's... 'cause that's, I can think of ecosystems, just one ecosystem that has 1,000 individual species. Yeah, I think the Amazon rainforest has 1,000 species of animal, not including plants. Speaking of Zelda, did you see that Lego has a new Legend of Zelda set? It is Link and Zelda fighting Ganon. Yeah, so it's in the ruins of his castle. And he's there in all of his piggy glory. Specifically the version from the end of Ocarina of Time. Huh. I don't know who deer people are. I actually don't play Animal Crossing. Oh, those deer. Okay, I got you. I had to think about that one for a second. The deer people from Zelda. When you said deer people, I was all like, okay. I don't know if they were deers or dragons. The reason that I'm unsure is because they can take the form of them sometimes. I think. Or at least they have a generalized dragon look. Okay, we need, in order to evolve this, we need to have used that move 8 times light style. We are 1 away. I have beaten. That one, okay, that was before I was saving my videos to YouTube. so it currently doesn't exist in a viewable format. But, so my schedule goes for the week usually a little bit like this. Monday is Monster Hunter. I actually completed, so I actually collected all of the stuff in that game, at least all that I could. Yeah, so Monday is Monster Hunter World at the moment. Tuesday was Legend of Zelda up until I beat Legend of Zelda that I had, and I haven't went out and got any new ones. Wednesday is Doom, currently. I got you. But yeah, Wednesday is Doom, although in this case it is Doom TNT Evolution. Thursday is a Pokemon game, and Friday is either a Lego build or a multiplayer game, usually World of Warships or World of Tanks. We can evolve our Stantler! Now we can level this one up. He looks so majestic. Do ignore the Magikarp. He is simply there to get leveled up. I've got a ways to go on that one. All right, before I continue, I shall be right back. Don't go nowhere. I shall return. Shouldn't be no more than a couple minutes. And we will continue to level up our new deer. Right back. Sorry about that. I was just about to sit down when somebody knocked on the door. Anyways. Okay, let's see what we need for a white ear. Strong, agile, extrasensory, and... oh, this one's gonna... we are gonna breeze through this like nobody's business. Especially if we're able to find some really strong enemies. Ooh, hello. Where's that? We ride. There's a try and get over the hill. We need to collect all of the EVs we can get a hold of. At least 3 more is what I'm thinking. Jump! There's a lot of balloons around here. Probably don't need to sneak around too much. Yeah, I probably should have healed up first. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't boost it up on this side. And he made a mistake. It went up by 4 already. Ah, thanks. I do not like how this thing flies, by the way. Yeah, I tried to do the balloon thing earlier today, and man, was that difficult. You know what we need? We need a Pokemon game that takes place in Australia. Controls are hard to figure out. Ah! Or at the very least, they're hard for me to figure out. Yes, that's what we need next. We need Pokemon, but in Australia. Definitely a cool idea. Ah. It's not a... I was gonna say, Luxray is not a, not Luxray. Granted, I'm not sure what Wide Ear is supposed to be, but... I don't know, can you? Show Luxray what actual lightning looks like. Okay, so it's psychic. I'm going to say something that is probably controversial to some people. My personal pick, for what I think the best Pokemon game is the remakes of Ruby and Sapphire. Because I'll definitely agree with some people that say that some of those original games are pretty difficult. At least for a beginner. So, my personal opinion, probably only my personal opinion, I think the remakes of Sapphire and Ruby, I think are my favorite and possibly one of the better Pokemon games. Because I feel like some of the older games can be somewhat difficult for beginners. And then you get into the spot of like the game almost handing you everything with some of the more later games. Whereas I feel like that one is a good mix of both ease of access and a good challenge. Again, probably just my bad opinion, but that would be my pick, personal pick. Yeah. Ow! The guy was an asshole. Although one thing I will say is this one is starting to give me a pretty good spot. Definitely wins it in uniqueness. And something else that it wins in is I feel like I'm actually going to be able to complete the Pokedex this time. I've never come close to completing the Dex before. Okay, we got to destroy. Comment. Oh shit. Ah. Collect all the things. Yeah, story's great. You know, the one thing that I kind of story element that I actually kind of like about it is it does give a justifiable reason for going after all the Pokemon. Because for a lot of the other games, so like they've been around Pokemon for how long and they haven't done research on them? But then you got this one where it's all like, they're new here. They just arrived. Like the research crew and everything. So you actually have a reason for looking for Pokemon. I'm trying to think of what I could use on it that wouldn't just outright blow it out of the water. Yeah, like I said, pretty clever story writing in this one. Which is one of the reasons that I got somewhat disappointed in the whoa, holy shit. Somewhat disappointed in the XY one. I mean, I have played that one. So I actually, that was the one I was playing before this one. That one had some interesting ideas, but it's not like I'm gonna be real with you. I liked the time travel idea, but how you gonna have time travel and not have any fossils? Fossils are one of my favorite kinds of Pokemon, so it's all like, how you gonna do that? I would probably be willing to say that I think Scarlet and Violet had one of the best side games. I mean, not side stories. I will say the twist reveal at the end was kind of a cool idea, though. How's it that R.L. Stein puts it? You have the beginning, the middle, and the twist. Yeah. We've captured one Eevee. Oh, we maxed out that one. Oh yeah, I forgot to show off my plentiful pack of shiny Pokemon. We got the shiny Rapidash, which my head is currently in the way of. We got the shiny Beautifly. Shiny Haunter. I feel like you almost couldn't tell that it was shiny if you didn't notice it. Did that show up? And we got the shiny Sneasel from this region. Shiny Bee-Bear. And a shiny Lickitung. I feel like in more recent games, they're making shinies more available, if that makes sense. I think I put my stuff away, didn't I? Yes. I have to buy some new stuff. That or I'll try and craft it. Let's do that. We're good on that. Unfortunately, I can't make that. I'll have to buy it later. Should help us out, though. We are going to evolve this Eevee here. Now, if I remember correctly, it should be on the thing that we used to evolve. It should be on the other side of the river. Probably work on Manphy while we're at it. I mean, not Manphy. Phony. By the way, that is gotta be the worst Pokemon naming. Basically insulting it. You're not the real thing, you're a phony. Okay, I think we should be able to evolve it here. Yeah, so we think we gotta evolve it around here. So. I think. At least the other ones will be easier. That didn't count. And this Eevee's pretty low level, so I have to do a lot of fighting to get it out. I know something that might do it. Or at least help. It's a level 54, so Change moves. Don't like double edge. Yeah, we tend to avoid moves that do damage to ourselves. Nice. So yeah, that was unfortunate. I just happened to be walking by and I saw it and I'm like, dang, we should have been a Ghastly so I could have got the whole line. Now I can only just get the last. Baneri! And hasn't noticed me yet. Ah. Yeah, the trend that I hate is the one where all of the Pokemon have Charizard colors for no reason. Like, shiny Charizard colors. Yep, unfortunately, this game does not have my favorite Pokemon. Does not have a Starmie. One would probably think it would have been a fossil Pokemon, but nope. Does not follow my Deinonus. Stop being sleepy, you sleepy bastard! I hate how sleep works in this game. It's like they're asleep, but not asleep. Sometimes they can still attack for no reason. You know, for whatever reason, I knew I was going to do that. So, like, the only, I wouldn't say the only, but, like, Thunder, I mean, not Thunder, but Paralyzation still works the same, but Sleep doesn't. Alright, you're a bunny, you're done healing yourself. Yeah, some of the drawbacks. It's like you're trying to raise the level of something. You either have to fight really weaker Pokemon or something else, because I feel like we were pretty good on that most of the time. Because, like, the alphas give you the most points. You, sir, are an asshole. Allow me to eliminate that problem. Done. Okay. Now we can continue entirely without suspicion. You should, my good sir, you should turn around. Thank you. Very nice of it. Boost it by a little bit. We got to make sure that we don't boost his level too much. It's one of the reasons that I didn't attack a lot of the creatures, a lot of the Pokemon living over there, is I wanted to go back to fight them when our Pokemon's just about to level up. Wait, you. Okay, problem taken care of. Back to ready. Low soul. Somebody pointed out something interesting to me that they that they looked back through all of the Pokemon starters and found that the new Pokemon coming out for the fire type is the first dog that they've had as a starter. It's very difficult to level up my Pokemon to get them anywhere. And now I'm going to make it regret that decision. Show it what real water power looks like. Here's the good news. I don't have to worry about affection with this particular Pokemon. All I have to do is level it up, so... Make another health, since I'm here. Well, that's the thing, though. Chikorita is supposed to be a dinosaur, actually. It's supposed to be a sauropod, from my understanding. Well, I mean, they're talking... Well... I was gonna say starter for a Pokemon game, and then I remembered, oh, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. I would definitely say that I feel like Eevee is probably one of the closer ones, because Finnick... Finnick... damn it, what the heck is its first one? Finnegan, I think that's the first one, would be a fox, which is pretty close to a dog. Not perfect, but certainly closer than a lot of the other ones. But as for just like a straight up dog. So I know the meme. Samurai, yeah, it's an otter. Still pretty close though. So there's the meme online of the, so I guess they've been talking about the fact that all cat Pokemon starters end up as two-legged instead of four-legged. So I guess they're all like really hoping that this particular dog stays four-legged instead of going two-legged. I'm not going to say much on the matter, because I'm kind of unbothered by either, considering I'm probably not going to use it, but I think something that would be funny is if it ended up being like a werewolf, but just had the biggest, poofiest mane you've ever seen. Like the thing almost looks like a, almost looks like a lion, but isn't. But I do have my speculation. I think it's probably most likely going to end up like one of those... I've not heard of these people. They sound funny, though. Possibly. Catch it by surprise. Gotta be careful with this one. I forgot this one is part fighting type. I feel, because that's the thing, I feel like there's been a pretty good mix of bipedalism to all fours amongst all of them. I don't know if I have a Heracross yet. Well, let's change that. In fact, what I would probably say, a Pokemon that I have not seen as a starter yet is a bug. True. Well, not necessarily a bug specifically, but like something in a bug shape, more specifically. Because we've had reptiles, we've had... I would have to look it up, but I think Venusaur was either based on a Pac-Man frog or an ancient amphibian, I think. Yeah, so snakes, reptiles, birds, mammals, no insects. Interesting. I always had the assumption that maybe they didn't choose insects for a starter because they didn't think they'd sell well. As who's gonna choose the arachnid Pokemon? Because I feel, well, I guess they could have, like, a spider that is fire, maybe. Random factoid that I didn't know about until, quite a ways after the game came out is, Sceptile is actually based on a Dilophosaurus. I'm surprised that it isn't poisonous, but I guess they went for the more natural version. Another one that I tend not to see. I'm kind of surprised people don't complain about the commonicity of plant poison. Shit. Oh. Yeah. I will say that was one of my favorite. So, not exactly saying it was my favorite, like, set of starters, but I did like what X and Y did with the final evolutions. Giving us final evolutions that had different typings to what we're used to. I see an opportunity. I feel like, so with Greninja, Chestnut, and the water duck, Quackly. What is So I always thought it'd be kind of cool if they had the same kind of triangle, but with a different set of Mon. So there's the usual triangle, fire, water, plant. And I got to thinking, what are some other Mons that kind of follow that triangle? There was only one I could think of initially. That was Psychic, Dark, and Fighting. Because how that works out. But I just thought of another one. It was Rock, Ground, and Steel. But I don't know if they would ever do that. Oh, there's another warp. But yeah, I don't think they'd ever do it. It's usually only just the 3 starters, and then the last evolution. I mean, the last evolution may have a different typing. But it does make me wonder, what would that look like? For whatever reason, I feel like that's what a Pokemon starter from Australia would look like. Let's do it. So we got a Leafeon now. Although, something else that I'd like to see is a Eevee evolution of the weird types. I know they wouldn't do it because I heard that they tend to avoid online ideas. Was Eevee evolution that was ground, and it looked like a like it was from ancient Egypt. Which I thought was a pretty cool idea. Don't know how well it would work, but Let's clear him out first. Fight it! If I wanted the liquor time, that'd be easy. Or it'll just take itself out, that works too. And of course it would mimic that. Catch that mon! Although I did get to thinking about Pokemon evolutions, I mean Eevee evolutions and whatnot, and I can understand why some of them wouldn't exist, because how would you make a ghost Eevee? Because most of the time they'd be anything that'd be evolving at night would become Umbreon. Except for maybe the off chance of making some other Pokemon items work with Eevee. You know what? I actually like that idea, now that I think about it. They could make it to where if you want a steel type Eevee, you can use Metal Coat. If you want a ghost type Eevee, you could use the shroud cloak thing that you use to evolve Darkrai. Make use of some of these other items that are only used to evolve one thing. Waste not. Yeah, we're mainly galloping around looking for extra stuff. Fight him first. Give it everything you got. And then we got that one. Oops, I should have went with a light attack. There's a bear over there. I'm not gonna go over there. There's another EV. It's fine. I didn't think it was going to be that strong, but I figured I'd use it anyways. Hey, nice work. I actually don't have that much access. Okay, so agile moves are the ones that I gotta use. Oh, keep your dang balloons away from me. Oh, we're getting real close to that one. Just need to see it use agile style leaf edge. Oh wait, this one doesn't have leaf edge. Oh, I guess it does. Never mind. That should make things a little easier. In theory. Get him! Give it some agile style. It's gonna take a little bit. Good news is I think we'll be done with our mission for this particular Pokemon by then. Drafoon! Get him! We've used this attack a lot. Nice! I didn't even notice that I got... My alarm sings in, tell me that I got followers. Thank you guys for following. I'm sorry I didn't notice earlier. It didn't tell me. You guys are awesome. My apologies for not noticing it sooner. I got curious about it and I looked. I was like, no, why didn't it say something? Okay, we're done with Leafeon. Also with Drafoon, but I already got that one. Yeah, sorry I didn't notice sooner. Got a bunch of new EVs. Who do we work on next? Could just evolve some. Munchlax would be the next. I think I have a Pichu. I noticed there are none for fighting it with it. I don't see that odd if you don't. Might work on the next EV. The next ones are, you know what? Actually, I think I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna work on all of the special ones. So we're gonna go ahead and go over and get Glaceon. Probably do that, get back to the fields, and then hang out. I mean, probably stop the game there. Or at least around there. We'll see what time it is. Probably need to work on this too. Okay, now we're in the snow. I kind of forget where the stone is in this area to evolve the Pokemon. It might, I think it might be in one of the caves. Only one way to find out. by avoiding him. All right, now we're underground. Oh, hell yeah. That was just a guess, actually. Glaceon. I always laugh when it says, got the idea for a new move. Well, that's a good thing. I don't like that move. I approached the situation like, I looked at it and was like, wow, that's very interesting. I hate everything about it. Where are we at with Phony? Okay, we are very close to being upgraded with Phony, so we'll go ahead and do that right quick. I need to see it use a strong move. I see. Alola. Uh-oh. We need to see it fight anyway, so. If I can get the drop on someone, I think we might be able to make this work. Dang it. Kind of difficult to level anything up when they keep getting taken out. It ran. It's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. Also, there's snow run. Might have it. I leveled up a bunch of them. Boney, you've done well. Not a legendary, but it is rare, so we can work with it too. All right. So we are going to get back to the original area. And I wish I could go right there. But it is what it is. Spiritomb. Does mean that we don't have to worry about leveling it up later. So, all right, so this is where we will be stopping it for today. Let's see who is on today. Probably a couple people. And fortunately, I have some stuff that I have to do today. And of course, regular stream schedule will be back on tomorrow, as I will be on at 1 o'clock p.m. PST. I just gotta find someone to raid out into. I'll be catching you later. I'm gonna see about raiding into this person. as they are playing a Pokemon game too. When you're in the main camp area, it's always so quiet. Okay, we are going to be raiding into Stella Luna. She is playing Pokepedia. Not a problem. But yeah, we'll be raiding into Stella Luna. She's playing Pokepedia, which is a game that I've heard of but haven't played yet. So let's go find out what that is about. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Take care. I will see you all later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.